Morning everyone, welcome to Breakfast with Bobby. Thank you first of all everyone for your messages yesterday. Still a little bit bunged up but feeling better today, so thank you everyone that commented and messaged me. I appreciate you so much. And I wanted to jump on only for a few minutes today. Just need to get a spoon whilst I make my smoothie bowl. Having a smoothie bowl again for breakfast today. So there's a guy that you may have heard of called Jim Rohn, and he is someone that I listen to every day. I actually got introduced to him in my old job. When I first started getting into personal development, I heard a lot of people talk about Jim Rohn. So I used to just literally go on YouTube, type in Jim Rohn, and just listen to him. And he's almost like the granddad I never had sort of thing. Like, I love listening to him. His philosophy on life is just bang on. Really makes you think about things in a different way. And yeah, so I've listened to him for quite a few years, and I could probably reel off most of his quotes. Going for strawberry again today, guys, by the way, if you haven't guessed already, strawberry is my fave. And one of the quotes that he says is, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. And I could reel off that quote you could wake me up in the middle of the night and say, tell me Jim Rohn's quotes. I could say it, no problem. It's just in my brain. But I was thinking about it the other day, and me and Jack were talking about this as well, but it's but literally, what does that actually mean? Because a lot of people will be able to reel off these quotes and stuff, but it's yeah, but what does that mean? And it means that if you want your life to be different, if you want any aspect of your life to be different, you need to show up differently for it. So a lot of people will just keep repeating the same cycle over and over and over again, like Jack was saying on a training yesterday. A lot of people have 10 years experience, but really it's just 1 year repeated 10 times. So you only got 1 year of experience, you just repeated it 10 times. You haven't gained anything new. And the value comes from being different each year and obtaining new information each year and growing each year and all that kind of stuff. And so I just really wanted to come on today because it doesn't matter what area of your life you're looking at. If it's your job, if it's your body, if it's your relationships, if it's your business, if it's anything, like your health, your mental health, all of this sort of stuff, what do you need to change in order to obtain that which you want? Because you need to show up in a different way for those things to become reality, right? So as an example, let's say you are working a job and you want a promotion or you want more money or whatever it is. For things to change, you have to change. So what can you start doing? Can you get in a little bit earlier? Can you take on a bit more responsibility? Can you, I don't know, depends what your job is. But if you're someone that always complains about your weight or that you don't like your body or whatever it is, how can you start to do the things you need to do in order to change that? Because your behaviours and what you've done up until now has led you exactly to where you are. And that is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. And it was a hard pill for me to swallow as well, because I looked around and I didn't like my life circumstances. And I was like, I need to take responsibility for this because it's what I have done up until now that has led me to where I am today. So I just wanted to come on here today and share those thoughts with you whilst I made my smoothie bowl and my tea. I've already made my tea. And just really think about that. What is it that you desire? Where in your life do you desire this change? And how do you need to show up differently every day? How do you need to change as a person in order for you to have that? Because the reality is you can have anything you want in life. We live in an abundant world. There is no lack. Don't have a lack mentality. You can have whatever it is that you desire, but it requires change within you to be able to obtain it and to be able to be the person that has those things. So I wanted to come on here and share that with you. It's something that's really on my mind at the moment, and I'm really trying to focus on myself. And it's not an overnight process, but it's something that's worth keeping in mind and thinking about, because it's so important, because so many people will just do the same thing all the time, get the same results in their life and never move forwards and then be unhappy. But the reality is, if you want things to change, you have to change. So I hope that was valuable. If you enjoyed this, drop a heart below, tag someone that needs to hear this today, and I will be back tomorrow with another Breakfast with Bobby.